everyone, welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and thank you so much, as always, for all the support in the past couple of videos, and the channel as a whole. It's been an absolutely incredible, honestly, journey so far, and yesterday and the day before that, I casted my first ever professional level tournament on EGC. If any of you guys caught that in the Twitch stream, I really appreciate you guys showing up, and I hope you guys said hi. I hope I was able to pick you out from the chat. It was an awesome experience and really upping my casting game. Shout out to my co-casters, Mr. Merlin and 10-4 Tim. It was an absolute blast. So hopefully get to do it again. And yeah, and let's get right into this. This is the 2v2 series. And of course, if you are enjoying this video and you're enjoying the content as a whole, please do like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. We're almost at 400. Now, this is the Journey to Diamond series. This is where me and my friend John, again, I normally wouldn't, say his real name, but again, there it is right there. Try to get our platinum selves up to diamond. This is I believe, episode 6. So I don't know if we're gonna get there this season, but it just means that we have more time and more 2v2 videos coming your way. So let's just get into the introductions really quick. We have me in the purple as the English up top. I will be changing civilizations once the new season drops. I've been doing a lot of casting, and there's no really point in learning a whole new specific build order until all the changes happen as well. So I'm the purple as the English. John over here will be the Holy Roman Empire in the teal. Down below we have, I'm not going to say his name, TM, just so it's a trademark. You can't use it either. In the bright green, and then Volcano down here is the English in the orange. Sorry, also this one was the Holy Roman Empire. So we have a mirror matchup on the same side of the map. We have this random giant just mound in between the English players. That being said, the game before this, I was grumpy. I had woken up, had a ton of work, and I did not play well before, and this one it just wasn't a good game at all, so I would apologize to John for being so grumpy in that game. I was not fun to play with, and we lost, and we tried to come back, and it just compounded from there. So big shout out for John for putting up with me in my grumpiness, and he was able to look past that and play another game with me, so we were able to get this gameplay down for you guys. The moral of the story is don't be grumpy at your 2v2 partners. They're lovely people, but also everyone has bad days. So it's understandable in both senses. That being said, we have the Aachen Chapel going down here. Now, I like this Aachen Chapel placement. I mean, it's in the back side in 2v2, so it's always kind of nice. But, I mean, gold, berries, I've been seeing, I would much rather over here with the wood. I've been seeing some when gold can touch the wood as well. I don't know if I love this as much. It's not a bad one. If he's going to be going specifically for just man-at-arms span, then that's going to be a great Aachen Chapel. If not, I tend to put it over here, or even over here to capture those stones, so you can go for those fast 2 TCs. We have John. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is John's placement's pretty nice. Right here, we get the trees over here. Get the gold as well. I'm not sure I think he gets the stone as well, and these sheep. So that's a goat Aachen Chapel placement. So shout out John for that one. Also, John wanted me to ask as well, what do you guys think he should play next? What other civilization do you think he should try? He loves trade. He loves booming into the late game. So the Abbasid might be a good one. But let me know in the description what you think we should have John be playing in the next coming season, as we're going to continue this, because most of the time John is loyal as hell, and he is the first actual subscriber on this channel, so he's an OG, and I'll be definitely playing with him more and more. Speaking of which, John, we gotta grab a drink soon, so hit me up in those young DMs. Anyways, we have the usual, just slaying up citizens left and right. Villagers left and right. Oh, I've made that mistake in so long. I know. Don't say in the chat. Don't say in the comments. I'm sorry. It was a one slip up. I've almost completely fixed it. We have the other English player. Are they going to go for wheelbarrow? They're also house 2. So shout out platinum levels. Really quickly, I can pop it up on the screen. Here is my current rank. I believe 1020 elo. So not too bad. We're climbing. We're getting there. And then I believe Volcano's thing will pop up right now as well. I believe he's like mid-platinum too, or they. Some nice farms going down. The full-on farm transition coming in. I know that in the English mirror, the biggest thing for me is to get as many of these bad boys as I possibly can. And also I scouted down below to where they are, and I saw that this tree and this gold mine was pretty susceptible to a raid, so I decided that it would be a good idea to get a decent amount. I should be moving out right now with this number, but I've been a little hesitant just in case my opponent decided to, really get a lot of archers really quickly. But it looks like he does not have any, so I should be moving out ASAP Rocky, but I'm getting even one more just in case. And I'm also starting my farm transition as well, as I'm running out of sheep, but I have a plethora of this. I did get forestry as well. Should get double broadaxe pretty soon. John doing the smart thing, walling off and putting this little outpost up front. The amount of times that John's gold gets harassed because he plays French in the HRE is pretty astounding. He has a few men at arms just to do a little bit of damage. We have the blacksmith going down back here as well. And I told John that I would like to be a little bit aggressive this time around, so I think he's just trying to make sure he can help out if needed with this production, which is always really nice, and to have that front line. The other HRE player, they're just kind of chilling. They're hanging out. What are they going to go for? There's no production buildings down here. They're pretty much just open, and they're going for a very fast castle. So this pressure should be good. I should be moving out at this point. I have 7 archers and a scout. I don't know what I'm waiting for. But, as we can see, English player... Oh, so I do see that they're trying to stick an outpost up top here. I believe I can see it via my villagers over here. So I'm going to quickly move over here and go... Actually, I don't think I actually see it. I think actually me coming to kill this scout makes it so that my scout sees this. Then I come over here, and he immediately cancels it, but that villager is all mine. So a pretty aggressive play there by the English player. I've just been focusing on the macro back here, trying not to miss a villager queuing up. As we see, this town center is idle. Come on, Beyond. Get it going. Get it in gear. There we go. Get started up again. And as you can see, I have archers a little bit of everywhere. So now I'm going to start to move out. We see this English player trying to take map control again. And finally, I've decided that I have enough to actually move out. I believe I have 12. So when I run into this army, it's going to be pretty easy. This is why I run a scout, though, as well. So actually, do I run right past this, or do I see it? I think I'm going to curl right on past it. So not even going to deal with much at all, but there's plenty of open room over here. I think I'll see these. Yes, I will see these. So now I will take these out and get some free kills. As you can see, the HRE player is already in that castle age, which is pretty nuts. But unfortunately for his English friend over here, there's a lot of archers moving towards his town center, and there's not much he can do about it. I should be swinging over here to get some pot shots over here. For some reason, I've decided to go over here, deeming that the food was the most important thing to kind of impact. We have a wall going down, but it looks like John was able to take that down pretty quickly. Let's check out John's base as we go. John's got also some nice horsemen as well coming out, which is always nice. And yeah, we just have me picking off villagers left and right. Even with these, I'm going to move this forward and take out as many as I possibly can. And I'll continue to harass all of these farms. And seeing that even though they are a network of castles, the fact that it's just such a big difference in the amount of archers is super important. And as you can see, we have now completely idled his farms, which is super, super important, and getting these out. Getting plenty of gold on this end, so it looks like he's thinking about going fast castle, but I mean, you got to clear out these things in your base if you want to be doing that. I'm starting to stream even more over here. Trying just to do my best. I know I should be dropping a production building right about now. With this floating wood, it would make things a lot easier. For some reason, that town center, it just has a little bit extra range than I have accounted for. But I have done a good job, and his farms are still completely idle. And now my other archers are meeting up. The scout has been over here to make sure that nothing kind of gets past. It does look like this villager has put this outpost up in the middle without much doing. John has a little bit of a brigade sitting outside this HRE player's base. was able to get all 3 relics, is going for now a bunch more, which is actually quite insane, honestly. If we let this HRE player get to another level, it could be very, very bad. Let's see, is John be going up for that castle age? Don't think so. As you can see, we're kind of both outpacing each other's opponents, and I see a wall going down, and this is when I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. So I peel these back and just make sure that I don't get killed over here. I see only 3 of them, and this is, I think, to prevent the aggression going forward, but I mean, I'm just going to pull this army back, and it's going to be pretty easy to deal with this. This villager is not going to get this wall done in the slightest, and I'm also going to see this tower in the middle of the map as well, which is not going to end well for them in the slightest. And there we go. I'm going to be picking these archers apart, and 1 more down, and then John comes in for the final KO blow. Thank you so much, and brings those Molotovs to absolutely crush this tower. There's a lot of investment so far. I am going to get this. I'm going to take out these archers as well. So we've not allowed the English player to really do much of anything in terms of get anything going in the sense of an economy, really anything. He's been constantly defending, and he's pretty weak, as you can see. John has been doing a great job with the with the booming back here. Has an Aachen farm transition going on, fully walled off. This HRE player, as you can see, is going to definitely be a problem, but at this point, there's not really enough damage being done. I mean, this guy is really determined to wall off, but I sent out 1 archer just to make sure he didn't get that additional relic. And then I'm just over here thinking, like, I need to do something about this for sure. And as you can see back here, I have the blacksmith upgrade because I needed the RAM technology. I also wanted +1 defense. I was able to stream. I know I could have do a lot better. Just throw down 1 barracks, and this will be much better. So it's something to work on for sure. But I think I also get lost in the micro. But then, as you can see, John has rams, and I'm saying that I think this player over here is very susceptible. And I think John's going to be trying to do some damage down here, because this player has focus only on all these upgrades. So I will say the HRE player on the other side is in a very good spot. And now I finally move a villager up forward to bring the network of castles to me as well, which is always very nice. And then we can see the archers starting to stream in. I'm making sure that I produce plenty of villagers. I'm doing a decent job at using my resources, but it's only because they're stockpiled a little bit back here. I'm trying not to be housed nearly as much, which I do happen to do a ton. And I'll finally go into here, which is I should have been doing a lot longer. I should also have a scout with me. As you can see, it's very easy to cause a lot of econ damage. And I'm sitting here like, I think this is going to be totally okay. Once he sees this, he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to take this villager out. I should have done a lot better at protecting this villager. Losing that is pretty crucial, and I'm going to lose a scout as well, which is really unfortunate. So I blow this up, and I think I pull it back a little bit further, but I still need the all-in capabilities. Where did John's thing go? Okay, so it's over here. So John's doing battle with all these castle age HRE players over here. As you can see, the green player has really started to expand its lead over everything. But that being said, John has a lot and is right on the production buildings with this ram, which is going to be able to do a lot of damage. So John did a great job at attacking her over here. We have the full-on English archer brawl. I believe I have +1. Yeah, I have +1 defense, which is super important. They have neither. As you can see, it was an absolute slaughter. And hopefully I'm back here. Yes, I'm upgrading to the RAM technology. And I still need to throw down a production building or 2, but I believe once I have it over here, I build them up front. I see this, I believe I see this up here, so I should be moving forward. There's the production buildings to move forward. I should have been doing that a little bit sooner, but it's going to give me those men at arms that can kind of go right into it and right into his base, which is going to be super nice. We see the archer ball moving out, and my archers instantly start to fire back, and I just have a superior number. I have 27, he has 11, so even the pot shots that he gets, and he's going to go all in to try to stop this from going down. He does inevitably get it, but he loses so much for it. And I brought more villagers over here. So I'm going to have one peel off and fix this, both peel off, fix this without actually doing these first, which I thought was also super important to get going. It does, if they were to build something, it looks like John was able to go up to Castle Age in the background. Did go Regnants. There's one more relic over here, one over here, so, and then one in the middle. So hopefully he can still get his 3. As you can see, the green HRE player is doing super well, but John was able to do enough damage to cause a little bit of harm in the back end, and I'm over here just patiently waiting to go all in on this English player. Another attempted wall back here, which I think is a pretty bold one, but they have to pretty much keep everything underneath their towers. Again, I could do a lot better at these resources. I think I'm going to be floating because I think I want to put, yeah, there it goes. I'm going to do the white castle drop out front to really secure this game. All these villagers should be coming across. There they go. So I'm actually doing a decent job at not floating too much. I could be doing a little bit better, but I mean, this is still a drastic improvement. And as you can see, he knows that this is the end, but my archers move up, and I'm going to try to take them all up and take them all out before they get anything done. Now I see that we have an overwhelming archer match, and I have within the network of castles as well. So I'm absolutely cooking all of these archers. They're not going to be able to get it down. And once this goes up in front of his base, the English base, it's going to be very hard for him to stop. Another time I move in, and here comes my men-at-arms. And this is when I know that I'm in the driver's seat over here. So all I need is John to make sure that he does not get all in and killed off over here. I will say the HRE player bringing over a mango, but hasn't really helped out his English counterpart in the slightest. I mean, I have a very sizable force over here of 41 archers and some men-at-arms, and they'll be popping out once I'm done being housed. Did I notice this at all? Where is the house going down? There's one over here. I should be building even more. So something to also improve upon is getting those houses down in a much more efficient manner. But this is, if they're going to wait to all in this over here, this is not going to be good at all, because I have +1/+1, and that range event is going to play a huge role. Here's the white tower, and now we can start to get rams and just produce them right from there. I don't have to worry about using this armor to do it. I can just have that white tower produce whatever I want, and it's also a forward production building as well. So now I've started to get to a point where I know I can just dive pretty much anything. The first ram should be coming out once I am done being pop capped. And where is the next house? Beyond, you're killing me with these. I just build like 8 of them. Just queue like 8. I need more than that. Okay, well that's okay. So I also am taking their gold up front as well. But as you can see, John has decided to join me. That mangonel, I see it and I start to dip. I'm like, oh no. But John has knights now and going in on this prelate and hopefully getting this mangonel. And once he gets this mangonel, as you can see, I'm just running away at all costs. I'm like, I know if that thing gets one shot off, but John's able to not even trade knights into it. Also has crossbowmen as well to deal with the HRE player. So that mangonel shot snipe was pretty huge. That being said, I don't really know what was being produced. I mean, he has probably a ton of resources over here. So floating a lot, but this English player has been really kept in their base. They're building the King's Palace landmark, which I think is a bold move, especially, you know, when all this is happening. And here we go. For some reason, 6 archers have decided to pop into the White Castle, or the White Tower, but we have rams coming out now as well. They're not really doing too much of anything, and they finally decided to make their move. I believe I'm going to tell them to go over here to take out this this tower first, and then we'll start to move from there. But the rams will be constantly producing. Hopefully I take out these random 6 villagers. What are you doing, sir? Come out and help, you just lazy. And there is a surrender. Once you see the rams that are under the tower, the presence of the white tower, it's going to be a rough time for you no matter what happens. Decides to surrender. I'll talk to you for another minute or two, but the long story short is that we do win this game. We move over here. Actually, I can just put it on a little bit faster speed now that you guys can see. So I'll just go to ×8 speed. I understand, I get this. The green player did not want to leave at all. So as you can see, we just start the destruction, going after this this cathedral first, because I know if I can get these relics out, it's a lot of power out for the HRE player. I have a pretty sizable archer ball, and as you can see, we're just kind of ripping apart. I do feel for them. It's one of those things where I completely understand why you don't want to give up after you played a decent game. This was me in the game before. John pops Imperial Age as well, just to add insult to injury. I'm keep dropping this as well, just trying to get as much possible damage as we can. Knights are starting to dive the town center. The relics are being picked up, but they have nowhere to go, which is super unfortunate. The keep is now up and about, and I'm just using these archers to do as much damage as physically possible. I'm also trying to work on these small macros and stuff like that, and just try not to float too many resources, even though I know the game is done. And there's the official GGs. It was a lot of fun to play. We're getting a little bit better as we go. Each game is getting a little bit easier. I will say I'm not able to play too much. It's kind of a few days separated each time I play. So it doesn't feel as clean as I might get into if I get into a groove. But I definitely think in Season 5 I'm going to really grind with John to really get up to that diamond level of 2v2 play. And then maybe I'll start to do a 1v1 series. Maybe I'll try some coaching. But I'm having an absolute blast casting. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, if you're enjoying the cast, one, let me know what else I can do to bring you more enjoyment out of the channel. And two, if you are enjoying, please do subscribe and leave a like. It really does help me, and I'm trying my best to keep this constant upload schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So if you want me to continue doing this, just keep liking those videos and keep subscribing. And then on top of that, please do send in any gameplays that you guys have that you want me to cast. I would love to cast more subscriber games, so please do send them in to the email in the description below. Thank you so much and have a great day.